Have you ever felt like you are working tirelessly, but the results just aren't showing? Maya felt exactly that way every single day at her job. Time seemed to slip through her fingers like sand. No matter how fast she typed or how many emails she sent, the work never truly ended. She was drowning in a sea of endless tasks, small favors, and meaningless meetings that consumed her energy without providing any real sense of accomplishment. This is the state of being overwhelmed. It is a heavy burden where your focus is scattered across 100 different things all at once. As she watched the city transition into night, she realized that being busy is not the same as being productive. She needed a way to change. She was trapped in the cycle of overwork. The word overwhelmed defined her existence, but she didn't know how to break free from this exhausting trap. One weekend, Maya decided to escape the noise. She traveled to a small pottery studio, hoping to find some clarity away from her computer screen. The air was filled with the scent of damp earth and herbal tea. It was a world away from the stressful, high-pressure environment of the office. Inside, she met an old artisan. He worked with a quiet grace, his hands moving with purpose and precision as he shaped the spinning clay. He didn't seem rushed. In fact, he looked more at peace than anyone Maya had ever known. She watched him.
This is where we begin, Maya.
He looked at her
It's a
and
bit
said,
messy now.
"You do not need
But
all
it
of this
holds
clay to
great
make something
potential."
beautiful." Most people
These are
think more is
absolutely
better,
stunning.
but
The
it's not.
detail is
He
incredible.
explained that out
Thank
of all
you.
that clay,
Years of
only
practice
20%
went into
of the
that
best
glaze.
material truly matters for the strength and beauty of the final piece. Yes, the secret is to focus on that small portion and discard the rest. By doing less with higher quality, you actually create something far more valuable. This was her first lesson in the art of priority. To find success, one must learn how to focus on the things that truly matter most. This simple idea is known as the Pareto Principle. It suggests that in almost any endeavor, the relationship between input and output is never actually equal. The principle states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. It is about finding that vital few among many. Think about your life. You likely spend 80% of your time with over 20% of your friends, or wear 20% of your clothes. We often ignore the 80% of our wardrobe and stick with the items we love most. The same logic applies to our work and tasks. Even on your phone, you probably use just a few apps constantly while dozens of others sit unused, taking up space in your mental energy. Empowered by this knowledge, Maya returned to her office. She didn't start working immediately. Instead, she began to clear the physical and mental clutter away. She identified the top tasks that actually moved her projects forward. Everything else was moved to the side, or delegated to others to handle later. She started saying no to low-value meetings and distractions. She realized that every time she said yes to something trivial, she was saying no to success. By focusing on the most critical 20% of her work, her output became much higher. She was doing less work, but achieving much more. It is about learning how to allocate your most precious resource, which is your time, into the areas that produce the highest possible value for you. To master this, you must learn to prioritize. This means deciding which tasks are truly essential and which ones are just noise disguised as urgent work. When you prioritize effectively, you ensure that your energy is spent on the heavy lifting that leads to 80% of your desired progress and goals. True productivity is not about being a machine. It is about being strategic. It is the art of getting the right things done at the right time. Because she was more productive, Maya found she could finish her work earlier than before. She no longer had to stay late just to feel busy. Next, you must learn to eliminate. This involves cutting out distractions, like social media or constant notifications, that steal your focus throughout the entire day. When you eliminate the non-essential, you create a sacred space for deep work. This is where your best ideas and your most significant breakthroughs truly happen. You must also learn how to allocate. Distribution of your time should match the importance of the outcome. Give your best hours to your best work. A well-allocated schedule prevents burnout. It allows you to work with intensity when necessary and rest with a clear conscience when the hard work is done. Finally, practice adaptation. The 80-20 rule is not a rigid law, but a flexible strategy that you must adjust as your life and your goals evolve. As you adapt, you will find that managing your time becomes a natural habit. You will begin to see opportunities for efficiency in everything you do. Losing the habit of busyness gave Maya her life back. She finally had the time to enjoy the simple
I
pleasures
still can't
that she
believe
had
he
previously
actually
ignored.
did that.
She discovered
It was the
that by
funniest
working
thing I've
smarter,
ever
she
seen.
made it pleasant for her
We
family
have to
and
get him
hobby.
back here soon.
Success at work didn't have to be a sacrifice at home. Remember, doing less is not about being lazy. It is about being smart. It is about choosing to live a life
Hey
of meaning
everyone!
rather
Don't
than
forget to
busyness.
hit that like
Are you
button
ready to
and
allocate your
subscribe
life differently?
for more!
Leave a comment with your #1 goal for this week. Thank you for watching and stay productive.